What's up? Run Pure Bets, Run Pure Sports, March Madness, Sweet 16, day 2. Tony's smiling. He loves the energy. He loves the passion. But here we go, JJ. It's your turn. Intro this mofo of a show.
That's an incredible act.
You're supposed to go, what's up, shit stains? And give him 2 thumbs. Let's go.
And I'm not surprised Tony's smirking as well, because this is the 180 we've been looking for from you, Holden. It's been a bunch of L's for you over the last few shows. Yeah. The energy, I like it. I think it might flow into the show as well. Yeah. Maybe you'll have some good takes from the games as well after, whatever the hell you call that performance from you was the last few shows. But I like the intro and looking forward to what's going on with the show.
Can you give me a hello and a thumbs up and your normal intro for me, please?
I also want to see the thumbs up. I enjoy the thumbs up.
Yeah, come on.
There they are. Get them out there.
There you go. There's a double banger.
Can you call them mofos or some other word? What's up, mofos?
Mofos is like the worst one he uses. He uses way better ones.
Well, I don't want to say other bad words.
I mean, Moose Knuckles is in there.
That's a good one.
Moose Knuckles.
Yeah. Good morning, Moose Knuckles.
Stevie knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Yeah,
what's up, Steve? Hey, man. First of all, I hate giving this guy credit, but Steve, I don't even know what this run is. I thought I was on a run. Dude's on like a 77-2 run right now. He killed it in DFS last night. Oh my God, Steve, what is going on, man? Did you hit the workbench recently or what?
Yeah, man. We put in months and months of work. People are popping in, playing the first slate of the season.
That. I asked you about hitting the workbench.
Yeah, get right back
I don't care about your
college
basketball
on a roll today. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes
or no?
Yeah. The fiance got in late last night. We got a little workbench in, and she's going to wake up here after the show.
And then you're going to hit it again, right?
That's my plan. That's my plan.
All right, Tony, I had extra coffee today.
You love to see it.
Yeah. I forgot that our boy Simon wasn't running the show, so I got my Puma. He's Puma Calm. I got my Puma coffee mug right here.
Anyways, when he goes by Puma Calm, what does that even mean?
I have no idea, so I just bought a Puma cup for him. Anyways, how are you, Tony? Let's go win some giblets.
Oh no! Don't say it wrong.
Who does that?
You Seriously. Were on a roll. Who does do it? Someone does do it every time.
Yeah, someone did a show for you. Oh, it was Stu Feiner, wasn't he? He's like, we're gonna
go. Well, he did it too, but one of our people does it too, though. I'm trying to think of who it was.
Yeah, we got to hit giblets. It's all right. I'm pissed off at my ex-wife. I got all the energy in the world. Let's go win some money and let's go do this. All right. We got 4 games today. We're gonna start with Stevie's boys, Creighton against my Gonzaga team. What is this? The Jesuit battle. I mean, there's a whole bunch of storylines going on here, Steve. I want to start with DFS because this is a nice little path. Do we have the cores coming up here pretty soon? I know it's 1 hour before lock and everything, but let's start with this game because my sense is you're just going to stack it up with Creighton shooters that are going to go 0 for 21 today.
Yeah, well, DraftKings, the pricing on Creighton is just flat out disrespectful. I mean, you've got Denzel Mahoney playing 35 minutes at 4.7, Dame Jefferson's at 5.6. Zeg is at 7K. I mean, we've been playing Zeg at 7K all season. And, in the tournament, I think he's going to take a couple more shots. You've seen him be more aggressive in the last couple games. So, yeah, love Zeg at 7K. Love Mahoney at 4.7 on the Creighton side. And then on the Gonzaga side, Nembhard played 38 minutes last game. And, he didn't do a ton, but he's not going to need to do a ton with an 86 team total there at 5.1K. And then it's the same story with Gonzaga. It's pick your stud, we got Timmy as the most expensive, Kispert as the cheapest. I think you kind of play whichever Gonzaga stud fits your build as opposed to starting your lineup with them.
Hey, Steve, I know it's a little bit later on in the show. We're going to talk about USC, but I mean, ultimately, if you had Evan Mobley or Timmy, I feel like Mobley's going to have the higher ceiling today. Like, how much can we really even play from Gonzaga at the top?
Yeah, I mean, I think that you can play both. I think you can play Evan Mobley and one of these Gonzaga guys. We have some good value today, better than yesterday, especially on the other side of this game with Mahoney at 4.7, Jefferson under 6. And and there's more that we're going to outline on the show. But yeah, I think that you can play a Gonzaga stud and Evan Mobley on the slate.
Okay. Anything else on this game besides for you taking Creighton every possible way on the bet side?
How can you not bet Creighton plus 13.5 points? You know, this team's more athletic than people think. Christian Bishop's getting a ton of minutes, which is good. You know, they're kind of phasing out Kalkbrenner. I think that they're going to need Bishop against Timmy because Kalkbrenner just can't guard him.
Yeah, I can't hear a goddamn word you're saying. So I'm going to move on to JJ now.
Holden, how many winners does the man have to pick before he buys a mic?
Seriously, it's amazing.
I thought you were going to send me one.
It's like the company can buy it for him,
yeah. You just got to order it. I'll send you the money.
Yeah, let's go, Steve. We only got the final. We got Elite 8 and Final 4, man. You need to get this thing by the morning. So get on Amazon, go hit the workbench, hit the computer, watch some games, wake up in the morning, and have a better mic. Thank you.
That's tomorrow's plan, though.
Yeah.
So I think I've gone a few times, not so much against Stevie, but I definitely don't knob sob this Creighton squad like he does. However, this spot in particular, it's all about if Creighton's going to make their threes or not, because Gonzaga's going to get their points. So I do think Creighton's in a good spot to get good looks from three today. I didn't like at all what I saw from Gonzaga's defense against Oklahoma. Now, I just don't think Oklahoma has enough scorers. I mean, Reeves played really well, but outside of him, weren't really getting a whole lot of production. Creighton's got enough guys that can pour it in from outside to keep pace. It's just a matter of how long can they keep pace, because Gonzaga's offense is just the most fluid offense in all of D1. It's honestly one of the most fluid offenses I've seen in years. I mean, as you've said, Holden, they have like 12 first-round picks, so it's a good squad. However, I think 13.5 is a big number. I do like that as my favorite bet for today. Like I said, for them to hang around. Now, sure, Gonzaga could blow the doors off them, especially if Creighton's not going to make their threes. I'll take my chances on them doing so, though, because they're going to get good looks. I know they live and die with it, but today I'm hoping they live enough to hang around within 13.
Okay. All right, Big T. Before we get to your betting side on this, thoughts on the DFS side? Like, what are you doing with Gonzaga? What are you doing with Creighton? And do you think there's other guys on the slate with higher ceilings than these guys that we have from Gonzaga today?
I mean, first of all, this game's like the oral game yesterday where it's the high total. The rest of the games have pretty good, much worse environments for scoring. I mean, sure, some of them can score, good players, but this game is clearly the top game, huge total. There's going to be a ton of points. So you want to go here. And, you get to Mobley in the USC game, obviously. I think he's the best play on the slate, I guess, but it doesn't mean you have to go there if it's a bad environment. And I don't know. It's just all about roster construction. We'll get to USC when we get to it, but it is tough not to play Mobley when you know he's going to play every minute and he's going to crush for sure. So you got to decide which way to go, but everyone in this game looks good. I mean, the guys I struggle with, though, so I played Nemhard last time. The dude he's an exerciser for sure. Definitely an exerciser. He plays so many minutes and he just doesn't do anything. These are the guys I just struggle to play, but then again, you need to play some of these cheap guys just to be able to get there. So I don't know. I struggle to click the button. I mean, Stevie's boy, friggin' Mahoney's the same way, just a total exerciser out there. He loves Mahoney. Let me pull this dude up. When's the last time he's hit his ceiling?
Mahoney's got a 22% shot rate last 3 games, and Tony's calling him an exerciser.
I mean, the dude literally hasn't done anything in the last month. Like, he hasn't cracked 25 fantasy points. When is he going to –
That's why he's 4-7.
Do we get points for shot rate? If we do, I'll play him for sure. The thing is, you probably do have to play him. He's 4,700. I'd rather play him than Nemhard for sure. At least he can shoot the ball and do some stuff. I see what he's saying. The dude went 1 for 10 threes against Georgetown, 3 for 9 against UCSB, 1 for 5 against Ohio. If he makes any of them, he's going to get there. The problem is he going to make them? You have to. He's 4,700, so you're going to play him. I just like to give Steve a little shit about his Creighton team. All these guys are too cheap. It's very similar to the Oral game. Like, I think they can hang around just like Oral did. These guys. The good thing is their studs aren't priced up like Oral was yesterday, where they struggled to get there. These guys, I mean, 7K for Ziggy, 61 for Bishop, 56 for Jefferson. I mean, all these guys are great plays. I'm going to have a ton of this game, 3 or 4 Creighton probably per team, and then run it back with probably 2 Gonzaga. The Gonzaga part's a little more tricky just because, like Holden said, do you want to play Mobley or do you want to play one of these guys where they spread it around a little bit? Last game was the Timmy game. Honestly, this game could be the Timmy game too because the matchup does set up nicely for him. I don't know. Like Suggs, if the game stays close, I like Suggs the best, but I can't play Suggs over like Mobley, I don't think. I mean, I can't play Suggs over how would you rank them, Steve? Because I'd rank them Mobley, Timmy, and then Suggs probably. I have a feeling you probably rank them differently than me.
No, I think that's how I have them too. I haven't built my final team yet, but yeah, I mean, we'll get to that USC game. It's a nut spot for Evan Mobley against his zone.
It's tough for Mobley not to crush. If there wasn't 3 high usage guys for Gonzaga, it would be a little different. I mean, Mobley can get there without even scoring, almost the Anthony Davis effect from back in the day where he could literally not shoot and get you 40 fantasy points, which these other guys can't do that. So I don't know. The Gonzaga side is much more difficult for me, but I'm definitely going to play 3 or 4 Creighton guys.
Yeah, it's tough. Gonzaga is kind of the same way Oregon is, where they've got 5 guys who can all be the dude in any given game. So, you know, it's tough to single out one play from those teams. I think they're great tournament teams, though.
And I mean, and you can almost guarantee 2 of them are going to go off. It's just a matter of which 2 it's going to be.
Hey, JJ, so yesterday we saw the unders going down. Nothing carries from one day to the next, though. But did you see any trend there that could maybe anything in those games yesterday that could concern you a little bit about the totals today, or we just got a new day?
I mean, it's a new day. I don't think you can parlay that just, you know, naturally from one day into the next. However, yeah, a lot of teams struggling, you know, maybe they're playing with triple rims or something, but it was a strange day overall because at some point you would have figured one of these teams would have heated up enough to go over. I don't even know if any team went over their pregame team total, let alone like a game going over. I don't think any game, like every first half went under, full game went under. I think a few second halves went over, but outside of that, it was under City yesterday. Could see the same thing today. I know, you know, the game we're about to talk about has seen a ton of steamer as it is in that direction. But no, I don't find any relevance from yesterday to today. But it's got to make people a little worried about wanting to target overs, especially pregame.
All right, so now we got, and by the way, again, it's 13 points here. Gonzaga, it was 13.5. I'm seeing it at 13 a couple places, and then 158.5 is the total. So we'll get to Florida State, Michigan now. Next game, 5 o'clock Eastern, 143.5 is the total. I know Stevie, right when this came out, he's like, guys, hit this at 145.5. Hit it at 145.5. It dropped to 143. We've got between 2 and 2.5 from Michigan here. And I saw Hunter Dickinson back in college. He went to the math. I'm going, man, this dude is he's going to crush at the next level. He was a freshman at the time, and you just knew he was going to be there. But the question is, to the two big guys like Kuprova and who's the other one? Nome. Do these guys shut him down? How does Michigan handle the length? I mean, we got Florida State.
Do a Tommy boy where you threw a niner in there. You mumbled off into what the names. What was that?
Kaprikova. It's not an easy.
Just call him Balsa. It's fine.
What?
Call it Balsa.
No, you got to go with the last name, and then
you mumbled it off because you were nervous to say it.
Well, yeah, because I didn't want anyone to catch it, but then you did. I'm like, I can't say this guy's last name. I was like, and then Big T, just like Stevie, says, "Hey man, I can't understand what you're saying." Well, I can't understand a goddamn thing.
The funny thing is, if you just said it, I wouldn't have made fun of it. But you stumbled off like Tommy.
It was on purpose. All right, Big T, since we're on you right now, man. give me the thoughts on this game. First of all, from a betting side, and then do you even bother going here from DFS, given it could be 25 to 24?
I mean, the funny thing is the only guy I'm really even considering in this game is your boy Balsas because he's just cheap. He's in that same exact price bracket as those guys that I said that are exercisers. I think Balsa has more upside than these guys for sure versus Michigan. Yeah, there's a lot more risk too. I mean, we've seen what this coaching staff does. I mean, Leonard Hamilton loves freaking just last game, 11 minutes. He wasn't even, or was he? He was in foul trouble, I guess. He finished with 5, so maybe he was in a little foul trouble, but 11 minutes is ridiculous. He's fine, but man, so you talked about the total first. Steve was talking about getting under 145.5. Like, that to me is just like a free square almost. Like, Florida State plays great defense. Michigan is going to compete. I don't see how this game doesn't go under still. I mean, what is it right now? 143? Like, I still love the under. Yesterday was easy. Like, I liked all the unders. Obviously, the one game we liked the over. It didn't go over, but the other games were easy unders. I think these next 3 games are easy unders again. There's going to be a lot of defense, which pushes all the good plays to that first game today. I see literally no reason to play a Michigan guy on any team. Florida State locks you down. There's just no reason to. Why would you play guys in this game instead of the first game? It doesn't make sense to me. Maybe Steve has some plays. Give me the under though, and I don't love the side either way. So just give me the under.
All right, Steve. Under. Any DFS plays here if we want to get super contrarian and maybe somebody has like 30 blocks and 10 points and 10 rebounds?
Yeah, I mean, we took the under earlier in the week. Thought it would come down and did. It's just 2 teams that love to score inside against teams that just do not allow any production whatsoever inside the arc. I think both teams have trouble scoring this game. This is an easy under spot here. DFS wise, you got Raekwon Gray at 6'2". It's the lowest price we've seen on him in about a month now. He's got the most consistent minutes on Florida State. Maybe not like a main team type of play, but a good GPP play. We've seen Gray go for 40 plus in certain spots, and he can score from all over the court. So I'm fine with him. Balsa fouled out in 11 minutes last game. That kind of sucked. But if he doesn't foul, he's going to play 25 minutes at 5'1", and huge upside there. Agree on Dickinson. Great player, but you're playing a front court guy against Florida State. Not much money's been made in DFS chasing front court players against these guys. So yeah, that's where I'm at on the game, under, and maybe a piece on the Florida State side for DFS.
JJ, how are you attacking this game? Is this a fade? Do you have any pregame? Is it a live betting spot? I mean, this could be ugly today.
Yeah. I think the Big Ten, of course, gets a bad rap, right? Michigan's seemingly in their own class, though. And now they draw a team that's super, super long. Now, the thing we've seen with Michigan is when they've played teams that want to run, they don't mind running with them. Florida State just absolutely crippled Colorado's offense last week. And I didn't love what I saw from Michigan the week prior, in their last game. However, we know this team's well coached. We know this team can at least compete with Florida State's athletes. Colorado clearly couldn't. Livers being out, of course, makes a difference in this game. And I think we're going to keep saying that up until Michigan ends up losing, which very well could be today. Look, to me, Michigan's going to want to push the pace in this game. We saw it in the last game that Michigan played. Howard against LSU, which was kind of crazy to me. Howard was constantly pushing his guys to move the ball up the court like fast. And I didn't understand that. I didn't know why they wanted to push the pace with LSU. However, they did. And I'd have to think that they're going to want to do it again in this spot. So if they push the tempo with Florida State, considering they don't want Florida State to get into their half court, yeah, it could leave a bunch of open threes for Michigan. If they stick them, they probably win this game. If they don't, they're likely going home. And I know it sounds cliche or maybe a little too simplified, but the truth is it is what it is. Michigan's got to make their threes today against Florida State because it's going to be their easiest path to scoring, at least with good looks. Inside is just so tough to navigate the lane with this team. And I expect Dickinson to struggle, though he did struggle a bit in the last game as well. So interesting to see how, from a coaching standpoint, Howard does. And he's still fairly new at it. But needless to say, this is going to be a live in-game spot. I'm going to hope maybe at halftime to get Michigan plus money in terms of like plus points and plus money. But I'll see how it goes. I don't want any part of this game pregame. I don't want to mess with the trees from Florida State. But I do think Michigan's a better squad. Overall, going to stay away.
They're so tall, Florida State is. They're so 6'4" to 7'2". That's the players they run out there. They run like 10 to 12 guys a game. They're long and athletic, and I don't want to screw with them either. I don't know if you guys are ever in the Discord. It's for members only. Great jackets back in the 80s, by the way, but members only here. So right now, till April 1st, you got until opening day. Heater 25, 25% off your first payment. Heater 25. So now you're getting today's picks behind a paywall. You're getting tomorrow. You get the next 3 days NCAA, and you get Major League Baseball. Come on, Heater 25. And then JJ, what's the code here on the bet side? Because Stevie has been placing bets on that side. We all know that he's basically just taking picks from this guy, Gavin. He might be the same guy as Gavin. This Gavin guy is just back there. I don't know who he is. He has no picture. I'm pretty sure it's Stevie's burner account. Anyways, JJ, how do we get in on the bet side, man?
Yeah, so we've learned that Stevie's the face of the act. Gavin, we don't know what Gavin looks like specifically, but we can make assumptions. He's got some interesting qualities to his.
I know what he looks like. I'm looking at him down here in the bottom of my screen. I see him. His name's Stevie.
So Stevie could have alternate personalities, which wouldn't be crazy to think either.
Wonder if Gavin has a mic.
Gavin's mic's pretty good. He was on a live show. So it's best 25 off, 25% off. Anything on the bet side. We got baseball starting up another week or so, March Madness with a bunch of Final Four games. We're excited for baseball season. It's one of my best seasons, and we have a good crew with Joey Work as well. Bet 25 off, $15 for a week, 45 for a month with that code. Give us a shot. And if you're on the DFS, then it's only an extra $20 to get you in for the whole month.
$100 a month. You guys tail the plays today. There's a decent chance you're going to pay that off today. So no guarantees. Crazy stuff happens, but I'm just saying these guys have been on fire. Joey Work, our baseball guy. I think he's our number one baseball guy. I'm sorry, JJ. I love you. The guy with Stevie.
You stroke Joey Works baseball more than you stroke Gonzaga. Like
he went undefeated during the World Series.
Full stroke.
Undefeated during the World Series. That's how good the guy is.
I mean, I love Joey Work too, Joey. But you're like literally.
I hate Joey Work. I hate him personally, but he's great. Again, he grew up in a communist bloc. He's a very tough son of a bitch. I don't know where he learned baseball over there, but Joey Work can do his thing. I love it. Stevie, do you want to defend yourself with this Gavin talk, or is it true? He's like the Wizard of Oz. We haven't seen a picture of him. He's just he speaks behind this curtain.
Yeah, I mean, he was all over the Houston first half yesterday. We all plugged that one in. That was the winner. Gavin's more selective than I am. I'm more of a fire. And
what's he got today?
I have no idea. He's in the chat though. So Gavin, put it in the chat. We need to hit this.
Yeah, Gavin. Gavin, come on, go throw a play in the chat, man, and don't get it wrong. We can't handle that. 7:15, UCLA, Alabama. So UCLA, I was looking at this. Their adjusted defensive efficiency over these last 3 games in KenPom, they went from 86 to 63. Now, it was Michigan State, Abilene Christian, and BYU. I would argue that BYU is really the only offensive. Well, Abilene Christian, but still, they were so much better than them. So BYU is the team they shut down. It's a 6.5-point favorite here for Bama. 145 is the total. JJ, I'm coming to you first on this one, dude, because I know Pops was on the show with you. He was talking up Alabama. I think everybody here is on Alabama, man. This team is so good. 3-pointers made. They lead the country in that. They just do everything. They do everything well. So what are we doing with Bama today, JJ?
Yeah. Bama makes a lot of sense in this spot. Look, how do they lose? I think we all know their path to losing is not making 3-pointers. I mean, this team tends to live and die with the 3. They looked really good against Maryland. I'm not sure how much of that UCLA is going to be conceding in this game as far as from 3-point range. Now, UCLA is quite susceptible from 3 as well, much like Maryland is. That's why this isn't so much a great matchup. But look, UCLA's got the offense to hang around. We know they're well coached. They're another Pac-12 team. The pace is probably not going to be something UCLA enjoys, but UCLA plays some fast-paced teams in the Pac-12. They have no issue trying to slow the game down and make it, on a per-possession basis. Look, I've said I think one of the few teams in D1 that can beat Gonzaga is Alabama. And the only way they're going to be able to beat them is if they're sticking their threes. The problem is they have to get there first, right? And this is not going to be an easy test, but this should be one that they get through. But again, it's always been tough laying big numbers against any Pac-12 team in this tournament. And UCLA specifically, feels like UCLA's been winning games they shouldn't have for a few weeks now. But look, all in all, Bama should be able to win here, roll tide. And I want to see them make the Final Four. I want to see a Gonzaga-Bama matchup. As far as this matchup, though, at 6.5, yeah, I'd probably lean first half maybe, or maybe try to jump in on Bama live at a better number. But pregame, not going to have much here.
Not much. Okay, Big T, what are we looking at here in this game? Again, Alabama just looking to shoot it up, hit some shots, man. Got to have somebody from this side, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, I like UCLA for sure. The Pac-12, I'm not going to go against them.
Right.
Like until they show me something, I'm just going to take. I mean, what is it, 7 right now? That's too many. Alabama's good. Alabama will probably win, but I think UCLA can easily keep this close. And I think UCLA might shock the world and pull. I have Bama in my auction, my big auction. I got Bama's my last team left, so I hope Bama wins. But man, I like UCLA definitely more than these guys like them. These guys like Jules Bernard has to be one of the best plays on the slate. 5,800, going to play high 30s minutes. I mean, you just look at what he's done. I mean, his floor the last. I mean, he's gone for 24, 24, 30, 34. I mean, he hasn't gone for less than what we need from him ever, really. It's going to play up in pace. I don't know how you don't play Jules Bernard today on this slate. I think he's a very, very good play. But the rest of these guys, too. I mean, Cody Riley looks cheap. I don't know if I can pay up for these guys like Johnny Juzang. I don't really – that was the dude that was fake injured, right, Steve, that night? Yeah, I mean, this dude, I love that story where he had his ankle and then he was chest bumping with his buddies. I'm not paying $7,400 for him. What's the deal with this Campbell dude? How many minutes does he play? I mean, he's playing 30, 34. He's kind of an exerciser, too, it looks like. Steve can update that, but probably won't play him. I like UCLA, though. And then Bama's easy DFS-wise. Herb is always in play. He's the man, point forward, stud. Like him a lot. And then Petty and Shaq. I mean, I like both those guys. Both pretty cheap, too. Shackelford, his minutes have slowly, I mean, obviously, which they should in the tournament, be more solidified. But 32 and 37, 2 of the last 3 games, 37 and 33 fantasy points. 6,400 looks cheap, so you can definitely go to those 3 Bama guys. Well, how many minutes did my man Reese? I always like Reese for some reason.
Going back to Reese,
he always treats me well, and I just feel like he's good. I mean, so 4,500. What that does on this slate is he just doesn't have to do much for you. I mean, if he gets you 14 or 15 even, it lets you get these studs in. Last game, 16 minutes, 24 fantasy points. I just think he gives you a ceiling at that price. Not a lot of guys at 4,500 give you a ceiling. If he somehow catches extended run, like he could get you in the 30s. There's not many guys on this slate that really could get you that. It's just a tournament play, not in cash. But I'm going to have some Reese for sure. I guarantee you that.
Yeah. All right. Gavin threw a couple picks in there.
Who did he put in there?
Well, one is the same as Stevie. Stevie.
No way. They like the same team? No.
I mean, he goes under 69.
Can't be.
I mean,
I don't believe they like
that's a fake Gavin account.
That's you, Stevie, with a burner account. This is fascinating how you would put a burner account in on YouTube.
Stevie's
try to get this out there.
Stevie's like, guys, check the chat. Gavin just added some plays.
I kind of feel like he's probably on a burner. Purposefully is tanking one play just so he looks better than Gavin. So which one is it, Stevie? Is it the UCLA one? You guys are both on UCLA. So the under in the Oregon game with USC under 138, that must be his play, right? You got nothing on this.
That's definitely his play. He's a SC alum. And I think he's on the Oregon side of that game, which I am too. But back to this game, as far as a cheap guy too, Tony, Primo came back in that last game. He's 4,200. He played 23 minutes there. I think that's probably like his floor moving forward.
You think 23 is his floor?
Yeah, I think that they started to phase out guys like Keon Ellis. Got less minutes. Rojas didn't really play. I don't mind Primo, at 4-2, especially in a tournament. We've seen him have big ceiling scoring games.
I like that call. That's like your call yesterday that got it done. That Gorham. I didn't even
Gorham, man.
Primo, so
yeah, hell yeah.
These cheap guys, man, this is what's going to win a tournament today. One of these cheap dudes, because there's so many studs we want to get access to. Whichever one of these cheap guys like Primo gets like 25 today is going to win the slate.
Yeah, so I'm with you on Bernard, and yeah, I mean the Bama guys, Petty and Shaq are just too cheap. I mean, these are guys with 35 plus upside here. I think Bama smacks UCLA in this game. I took them at 4.5, 5, and 5.5. I mean, love them in the spot. We also took the under on UCLA team total under 69.5. I just have trouble seeing how they get to 70 points in this game, the way Bama's playing defense, especially if Herb, doesn't fucking foul, dude. He fouled himself out of that Maryland game. So annoying. But yeah, I mean, a big decision, Tony's going to be Herb or one of the Gonzaga guys, he's
I struggle to play Herb over those guys.
I know, but Herb, if he doesn't foul, is going to put up 40 plus in this game. But he has that risk that you just don't have with most studs. Is he can foul himself out of a game and play 17 minutes. So that's where we're at here.
All right, if you're tailing Gavin / Stevie, the better numbers on BetMGM, it's 138.5. So that's a bit. It's a little bit. That little hook might get you. What are you smiling about, JJ? JJ, do you even talk about this game yet? I don't even remember.
I don't remember either.
Talk about it again.
I did. I did talk about it.
Okay, I know.
Yeah, I'm just excited about this newly found Batman and Robin, Stevie and Gavin duo that we have.
Yeah.
It's quite impressive. Impressive.
I love that Sean B in the chat put "we" in parentheses.
Seriously, who is this guy, Stevie? Like, is he in the bedroom too?
Yeah,
what happened here? He's not.
He is not.
He's out in LA, still in lockdown. Poor guy, can't leave his house for the last year and a half.
He's gonna pop out of that closet in a gorilla suit, Holden.
That'd be so great. Just like Zach the Goat on the live show.
That would be Evan Silva, maybe.
God.
He's lying around here somewhere.
You name drop. I love Evan. He's a great guy, but I've never heard anybody name drop a D-list celebrity more than you. Like, now I'm an F-list celebrity. Come on, dude. And that's not a shot on Silva. I think he's one of the most brilliant people out there, but every word out of your mouth is Silva. What are we doing here, Steve?
He wasn't brilliant last night when he was dancing in Stevie's video. He had this little dance going next to the wing plate, and it was awesome.
Yeah, we hit the Ngannou bet, and the place was excited.
God! Again, it's not on Evan. It's on you. It's on you. Settle down.
Evan texted me this morning. He said the account is so swole from yesterday. That's what he texted me. So yeah, we're having fun. Hop on board. Let's do it.
You guys are besties. It's good to hear. Like button, guys. Come on. 59. We got 218 watches. This will we'll be over 1,000 views. So let's try and get this up a little bit here, gentleman. We got some swag for somebody. What do we got to hit, Tony? 100 or 150? You still owe me 150 for the last time, but how many are we hitting today? We're at 60 and we only got a game.
Did we forget about Simon's heart palpitations, Holden? We're just going right back to this well, huh? The giveaways, the shirt.
Simon's not producing.
Yeah, he's not here.
Okay.
Yeah, Ryan, the captain's here.
Okay.
He's a nice guy. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, when the cops are away, that's right.
Yeah. So
sorry,
what's the number here, Big T?
I apologize. Fire away.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean we're at 220 watching, so we need 110.
Okay, that's 110. Oh, Big T's feeling good today. We're gonna have another great day. I'm feeling this already. I like it. All right, we got one more game, and that's the later game tonight. It's Oregon and Southern Cal. Boy, is this could be special. So we already saw Gavin's play under 138 with the total. Southern Cal -2. Now they beat the hell out of Oregon in the one game they played this year, but they also hopped out to a 15-0 run. And Oregon played pretty good in the second half. They outscored USC. Dana Altman goes, I got up to get some water, and it was 9-0. So listen, JJ, I'm not taking too much from this game, the first one. I know you're not taking too much from the first game either. How do you see this thing playing out from a side or a total or both?
Yeah, throw that first game out the window. Not to say no discredit to USC. It was just a tremendous spot for them coming into that game. Not a good spot for Oregon. And now Oregon's as healthy as they've been all year. It's been a problem throughout the year. They've had sporadic injuries to certain of their stars, but now they're as healthy as they've been all season. And they look it, right? They played really well against Iowa, but a lot of people feel like they were overrated anyway. But they grabbed the win pretty easily. I mean, if you watch that first 10 minutes, another game is like a 2 or 3 point game, but you kind of knew Iowa really had no chance. Garza played tremendous, and it didn't matter. USC, though, huge win against Kansas. But I'd argue, they are another team that's had a decently good path here in terms of being lucky. Drake, just a terrible matchup for them, terrible matchup for Drake. And they play an underwhelming Kansas squad that's dealing with COVID issues. So now they draw Oregon. First of all, this should be a great game. And look, another game. I hate to continue to sound like a broken record, but Oregon sticks their threes. They're going to win this game. But if they're not, it's going to be an issue because USC's length. USC should get better looks at the basket. And look, Oregon trying to navigate the trees is not going to be fun by any means. And Oregon does a lot of their damage primarily from outside, where at times USC can be a bit susceptible. I really liked a lot of what I saw from Oregon versus Iowa, but USC is not really going to look to push the pace like Iowa was. This spot, though, for me is going to be a live look, and the live look is going to be on USC. I don't want to lay any points with them, and I'd much rather get them at dog money. It would not surprise me at all if Oregon came out hot again, kind of like they did against Iowa. But you should be able to tell in the first 10 to 15 minutes which one of these teams really belongs, is more motivated to win this game or looks better. USC is probably, more talented as a per team perspective, but Oregon's got so many snipers to hang around and even win big. So I'm going to stay away pregame, but in-game looking to target USC.
Tony, what do you think of this game here from DFS side first?
Yeah, this is my favorite game of the day as far as betting. I think USC wins this game for sure. I love them. I like USC to maybe give Gonzaga some issues in the next round too. Mobley, he's just a difference maker for me. He's gonna protect the rim big time. He's just the man. So I like USC. DFS wise though, I'm not gonna play any Oregon because of what Steve said earlier. They got 5 dudes that all share it a little bit. They're all good. One or two of them will probably get there for sure, but they're kind of priced in that range where I don't want to play any of these dudes. I like other guys more on the slate. I'm going to fade it against a good USC team. In USC, for that matter, you got obviously Mobley, best play on the slate, I think. Super easy to play. His floor is huge. Ceiling's huge. I'm going to play Mobley for sure. And then you got the exerciser, Peterson, another guy in this 5K range with all the exercisers that is going to play good minutes and not do much. So probably get you 18 fantasy points or something. Play it if you want. Fine. And then Taj Eddy has looked, however you pronounce it, Eddie, whatever it is. Should I mumble it off like you, Holden?
Yes, you would have gotten away with it. Try it. Try it. Try my technique.
Use the first name like a Holden does.
Yeah.
No, I didn't even use the first name. That's the problem. I just went with the last name.
Usually what I do though. Like if I don't know, I'll just say Taj and pretend like
Taj.
But I mean, he looks decent at 57. He's another guy that I think could get you. Some of these guys, I'm just going to chase upside. Like, yeah, he's 700 more than some of these guys, but he at least can show me a ceiling. I mean, you look at some of these games, he's at least getting you low 30s, high 20s. I don't know. Like, I feel better about playing Taj Eddy for 700 more than Peterson at 5K. So those are my guys. Probably just Mobley, though. I'll stick with a lot of the early games.
D is how you pronounce Taj's last name. That was Gavin/Stevie in the chat. All right, Stevie, let's do this, man. I told you, I'm looking at the Gonzaga guys. So you think you could fit a Timmy or a Suggs in there with Evan Mobley today? Because for me, Mobley's just got the ceiling. Isn't he the ceiling player today?
Yeah, I mean, he played, 25 minutes in the last game and gave you 42 fantasy points. I mean, he's a lock for 40, I think, with upside for 60. I mean, he's going against his zone. So, he's going to get his rebounds. He's been between 3 and 6 blocks the last dozen games, it feels like. This is the lowest price we've seen on Evan Mobley in 2 months coming into a game against his own. Yeah, love him here. Edey and Peterson both had awesome games against the Oregon zone last month. So don't mind either of those guys. I'm with Tony, trying to get to Edey if I can. He just has more upside, I think. And then, the Oregon guys is like playing roulette, 2 of them are going to have great games. The other 3 are going to probably not get there. And 4 of them are, at 6,500 and above. I do love Oregon in this game just because, I've been riding them since Will Richardson came back, and he is back. I mean, he was so good against Iowa. He changes the trajectory of this team. I think this team has just a massive ceiling with a healthy Will Richardson. The 5 starters on Oregon are better than the 5 starters on USC. I'm going to bet Oregon. I've been waiting for it to pop back to like 2.5, 3, probably take the money line too. I just trust the ancillary pieces on Oregon more than I trust the Petersons and Edeys of the world for USC is what it comes down to.
Is there anything you can do with the side here going into this game?
We saw 2.5 earlier in the week. It's down to 2 now. Probably won't take it at 2 just because, I would feel bad about not getting that half point. But, if it pops back up to 2.5, I am going to bet Oregon's side.
Hey, JJ, was Dad on Oregon this week?
No, he didn't love anything pre. But I know that he had preferred the USC end, but no, not enough conviction.
Not enough conviction.
I got conviction. USC is going to win this game. That's my play of the day.
Ooh, nice. Tony took the balls out. He put them down. USC
right on Steve's shoulder. I'm coming for Steve after he rubbed Creighton in the one day. I'm going to be right back rubbing USC in his face tomorrow.
Yeah, I really hope Creighton gets smashed today. Steve,
I don't even think it. I think USC probably wins by double digits. Even I don't think it'll. They're just
alternate spread, Tony. I love it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Alternate spread.
Yeah. What kind of price can I get? I want
to put it on the sheet.
How far are we going on this alternate spread? Plus, are we laying 12, Tony? What are we laying?
What kind of price can we get at 12?
All right, so boom. All right, so if we go to 7, it's plus 230. They don't even have anything. Minus 8.5 is the farthest you can go. To plus 300.
At 7?
At 8.5. At 7, it's 235.
Yeah, I like both of those.
All right, put it on the sheet. There we go. USC minus 7 plus 235.
I like that.
Yeah, I like it.
What was the 300? 8.5?
8.5.
Yeah, just do the 8.5 for 300. Get the extra juice.
JJ, you think I can call a book and ask them if they'll set the line at minus 20 for me?
They should be able to.
You could get a real nice price.
Yeah, like plus 10,000.
They should be able to give you 15 points in both directions. So I don't know off the top of my head, but like a site like DraftKings should be able to give you up to 16.
They stopped at 8.5. You know what? BetMGM, and if you're not a bettor, if you're just getting into bet, they've got some soft lines, man. That's the one site where we find some really soft lines. Okay, here we go. Let's keep going here. They stop at 6.5 too. I don't know what's going on here. So,
what is Gavin? What is a Herb over 11.5? Is that points?
So that sounds pretty juicy.
Yeah, I just keep looking at it like it can't be points, right? How's it that low?
Let me check DK.
I mean, if that's the number, that's just that's a tasty one.
Steve was supposed to post that from his actual account. The burner,
yeah,
burner's
I forgot to change accounts.
Burner's got a little mixed up there, but we're good.
Yeah, DraftKings over 11.5 minus 107. Herb Jones. It's tasty.
All right, good. What time we got the core plays posted today, boys? Probably in about a half an hour on the DFS side.
I mean, do we not have how long we got? There's game doesn't start for 2.5 hours, right?
Oh yeah, we do have a while, don't we?
Are you on the wrong time again? The wrong time zone?
Of course I am. Of course I am. I don't know what the hell time it is. So we got at least an hour till the core plays are posted. So make sure you check in on that.
The core plays will be up. A lot of times we faded the first game. They're not going to be fading today. So those cores are going to be up earlier today.
Good. So Tony, your best.
I want to go on record real quick. Holden, this has been a great show from you thus far.
I know. I must say, I'm going to say that too.
I know.
It was energy. It was
relax. You've been like 0 for 7. But this show is a good show. We don't need to be taking the compliments like in stride. I'm just saying.
No, I'm definitely
saying that you had a good show today.
This isn't even my ceiling, JJ. This is just a normal show.
That's yet to be determined, but good show today.
Yeah. No, not yet to be determined. This is what happens though. No sex for 2.5 weeks. It's going to start taking a toll after 14 days. Huh?
I thought you had 3 in the stable at all times.
I got rid of them. I got rid of all
3. You can't give it all 3.
One of them told me she's in love with me. That's an immediate get the hell out of here. I don't want to hear that. That's brutal.
After how long? Hold on.
The other one was starting to put some weight on.
Hold on a second. After how long did she say she loved you? Like what does that mean?
This is like 2.5 months, dude.
You kept her around that long. Oh, so
once she said 2.5, once she said love, I was like, ghost, let's ghost this bitch. We're out of here. And she was mean too. She was not nice. The other one got a little bit bigger. And then the third one, I was just like, I'm done with this too. She's not freaky enough. So I drank some extra coffee today. I got the PumaCon mug. Everything's going well. What's your best bet, Tony?
The other one was starting to put some weight on.
She did, man. It was crazy. Like we were together for 3 months and she just stopped after a month. She's drinking. She started ballooning. I'm like, this is not my style. I'm getting in shape over here.
Two bells? How big was it?
No, she wasn't that big. She probably went from like 140 to 160. She just ballooned like quick.
160 is a good size lady.
Well, that's why I said I'm out of here. Get out of here. And I don't mind taking one for the team if they're a little bigger. It's fine, but not a consistent thing. So I'm 0 in the stable right now. Stevie, I'm gonna come up visit you, man. What's your best bet, Big T?
I mean, I already gave my best bet on Steve's shoulders. I dropped him right on his shoulders. I said USC by double digits. He didn't like it. He shook his head. He's gonna be sad, but that's okay. He's picked enough winners to give me one.
Okay, JJ, best bet.
Yeah, I like the Jays. I like the Jays plus the 13.5. I think I'm seeing some 13. I'm cool with that as well. I just think Creighton makes their threes today.
Okay. Steve, what's your best bet?
Best bet early in the week was that Michigan under, but probably
take
not.
Oregon. Ball up and take Oregon.
Not at 143. Love Bama, but I'm going to go with Oregon just to be on the other side of town.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted.
I'm going to take Oregon money line as my best bet.
All right. Right over here, Gonzaga minus 6.5 first half, Gonzaga minus 13.
Oh, here we go
Gonzaga
again.
Team total first half, Gonzaga team total second half.
Gonzaga over 6.5 lottery picks. Where's that one?
Yeah, Gonzaga over 6.5 lottery picks. Gonzaga, everything. Everything and anything you can bet on Gonzaga today, do it. Bet responsibly. Bet responsibly. But this
Why do we have to bet responsibly?
Huh?
It takes the fun away.
I haven't bet responsibly in a month.
I mean, I don't want people losing their bet. JJ, back me up here. Come on. You always say it. Bet responsibly. We don't want people dumping their payroll or their bankroll and then, they're gone.
I don't go into the nitty gritty like you're doing. I just say gamble responsibly. That's it.
Yeah.
Gamble. You're busting my balls today. I like this, JJ. I like this, JJ. This is the JJ I like.
Well, it seems like it's a different version of you who's not going to be doing as much ball busting. So someone's got to pick up the slack.
Yeah,
today.
I'm not feeling it today. I'm in a good mood. We're going to get this. I'm going to go on an Easter egg hunt. I'm going to come home. I'm going to win in DFS. I'm going to win some bets. Best bets, Gonzaga minus 6.5 first half, and then just bet Gonzaga anything and everything else you want to bet. It's as simple as that. Creighton going down. These guys can't hang with the Zags, Stevie. They're going to be chucking up threes, getting blocked. Who's stopping Tim A? Who's stopping Suggs? I'm waiting for Suggs to have his breakout game. Is today
Mahoney's going to shut him down like he shut down Jason Preston last weekend.
Okay.
Do you just watch the Zags with a raging heart on for 40 minutes? Like, is it just
pretty
like
much? Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I figure it.
And I just sit on the couch.
Every basket, you're just cheering.
Yeah. Yeah. Women can only work once. I got 3 bullets with Gonzaga, man. That's all I'll say. Today is an easy 3, maybe a 4-bullet day. So this will be good.
Love to see it.
Okay. Terry, you got a problem with that? Uncle T, you got a problem with me hanging out at my kid's Easter egg hunt? What's the matter with you? You're just knocking. Uncle T doesn't like kids, doesn't like Easter, doesn't like rabbits.
What's this showdown? Right. Somebody in chat said there's a showdown slate at noon. What is there, an NIT game? Who's got the winner in that one?
No, I think it's me versus Stevie.
Yeah, send me a head-to-head, Holden.
That's one thing I will not do. You want to bet on Gonzaga straight with me today? I'll do that. I'm not betting on you.
Go. Get in there. The water's warm.
I'm on the other side of that. Let's do it.
All right. So my best bet would be Gonzaga -6.5 first half. What's your best bet from that game?
I think I'm with JJ with the full game. We got the extra half point, 13.5. All right. I'm comfortable with that.
I mean, it's possible there's a push. I don't like that. But how about this? We'll do a $100 bet. If I lose, Big T sends you 100 of the 150 he owes me. If you lose, you owe me $100. You and Gavin can throw all your pennies together and send it to me, okay?
Sounds good to me.
All right,
Creighton's going to win outright.
Gonzaga -6.5. I'm on. You're on Gonzaga losing this 13.5. Wonderful. I'm happy about that. Uncle T, come on. I don't even know what to say to him anymore. Okay, hit the like button. We're done. Heater 25. If you like this content, you should see what's behind the paywall. I mean, it's like Big T and the boys do the Wood Show for the NBA. But we got baseball starting up. JSU and I do behind the scenes for NBA. Stevie's picks, JJ's picks. JJ on tennis, man. I mean, I'd never bet tennis before. I don't even know what I'm doing there. I'm hitting it, but it comes back and gives me money. And, of course, Big T back there as well. So check out stuff behind the paywall. Heater 25. And while you're at it, if you're already a sub, just pay the $20 for the month on the bet side. You're going to be happy. I mean, basically, Kegs and NASCAR picks are going to pay for that. Probably pay for a year, it seems like. Every time there's a NASCAR race, like plus 1,000 he's hitting guys. All right, we're done here. Thank you, Ryan, the captain, in the background. Appreciate that. For Big T and JJ and Steve, I'm Holden. You want to why don't you sign us out here, JJ? Come on.
Also, we thank you, Gavin, for being on, helping us out, helping Stevie out, helping us all. Thanks, everybody, for watching. If you enjoyed the video, thumbs up. If you did not enjoy the video, look, I hope you step on a Lego piece. As always, thank you so much for watching, and till next time.